You haven't said anything in a while.
Is there something I'm supposed to say?
Well, is there something you'd like to say?
I don't want to be here.
No one does. Most just realize they need to be here. Let's start slow. Let's talk about her.
No,
It's a start.
a bad one.
As much as we hate to admit it, the root of our problems can sometimes be linked to the pain we associate with a person.
I really don't want to be here.
You avoid talking about anything. And when you do open up, it always leads back to her. This is your 7th session. And all we've done so far is a few moments of honesty and some long stares.
Then maybe you're not as good at your job as you think you are. Look, talking about a potential someone who potentially may have affected the way that I see the world doesn't help me right now.
So what do you think will help you?
Let's talk about what should have been or could have been.
I want to talk about something.
Ambrosia.
Meron. Meron. Meron,
Yes, sorry.
did you send through those briefs I asked for? They needed for this afternoon.
Did you check your email?
I don't pay you for your cheek.
This is an unpaid internship.
No, this is an opportunity. And what are you doing? Squandering it.
I don't know what you want me to say here.
Squandering. Say it with me now. Squandering. Squander, squander, squander.
Squander. Squander.
This is exactly what's wrong with your generation. You just take and give nothing in return. You have desires and wants with absolutely no backbone or work ethic to achieve them. And then you look at people like me, like I'm the problem. Do you know the countless hours of work that I put in getting to this point? Do you know how much I've sacrificed?
What's wrong? I'm just an intern. I can't be the actual bane of your existence, so what is it?
What are you...
You're not happy with your life.
You don't know.
You were taught that the more you subjected yourself to whatever, the more you'd prosper. So, you allowed yourself to constantly be dismissed in the hopes that one day it would pay off. Took whatever, for however many years. Now you're what? 38 years old in the same dead-end position with no promotion in sight, no assets. And your antiquated sense of self-worth won't let you live it down, will it? See, the thing is, if you were a little kinder, a little more self-aware, you'd probably be further along in life. But instead, you fester this resentment like a disease and use it as fuel to live on with your days. Holding on with withering, bitter hands to a dream that you flogged to death for the sake of someone else's approval. One day, when that fuel runs out, and God knows that it will, you're entitled, pompous, self-serving, micromanaging. No milk, no sugars, could have bought a house 2 decades ago, but didn't. Ignorant self will come to realize that every single one of your problems are of your own doing. We aren't responsible for what happens to us, but we are responsible for what we become. And what has become of you?
Meron?
No. But I'm sure it was worth it, though. You look like you're doing pretty well. Anyways, I've forwarded the email to the top of your inbox, cleared your schedule for the next 2 weeks. Yeah. I also believe it's my time to clock out for the day, so... yeah.
So that's how you met her.
Well, we didn't exactly meet, but it's technically where it all started.
Do you think things would have developed a little differently had you said something then?
You know, I think about that every day, and I almost always come to the same conclusion.
Which is?
Meron.
Yo, you saying, man, you scared?
Yeah, I heard I can find my wife here.
This guy, when is your wife gonna find you? I'm sick.
What, you think I came here for man? I love you, but not that much.
So we're in the middle of a show, and you're out here confessing your love for me.
Yeah, back to your regularly scheduled program, people. And yeah, pause.
Nice one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink. Sorry.
So you're actually gonna say something this time?
I didn't think us locking eyes on the street was that memorable, so...
Absolutely. I was wondering if I'd ever see you again. Sorry, have I lost your attention?
No, I'm just looking around for the cameras because you're talking crazy right now.
Why are you trying to act like you've never been here
I
before?
haven't. You know, I had a script in my head and you're not following it, so...
Okay. How was it supposed to go?
Well, I come up to you, I give some obscure compliment, you laugh, I laugh.
And
Then I ask for your Instagram because the number feels a little bit too demanding. Then I go home, wait for the perfect story to reply to.
that sounds super cute and very entertaining, but I think I prefer to give you my number, yeah?
Yeah, that works. This works.
Bro, the number. Why ain't giving your number?
Because I didn't want to. That's a choice.
So what, you think he's better than you or something?
Bro, I just met her. I don't even
Was I
know.
talking to you?
I mean, you kind of stepped. Hip.
So what did you do?
Nothing. I did nothing.
What did you want to do? Would you consider yourself a violent person, Meron?
Would you?
I don't understand what you mean.
Someone hits you, you wouldn't hit them back?
So eye for an eye?
Only until they're blind.
So he struck you.
You keep using the word strike.
She stopped you.
And how did you come to that conclusion?
You wanted to retaliate, but she disarmed you.
Disarmed is a word. I don't think standing up for yourself makes you inherently violent, though.
And what happened after that?
Well, the next day we met up. Everything went from there.
It's just really come to this.
It's not that serious. It's just... I just really think moving in together was too quick of a decision.
Look, I get it. You are the one who suggested it, though.
Well, that's before I knew it was gonna be like this.
So, you make a decision without fully thinking it through. And I'm at fault.
No. I just assumed I would be living with a normal human being.
Normal?
Ron, I love you. But none of this has been easy.
Okay. Would you care to explain?
Okay. Everything with you requires absolute clarity. Otherwise, you hesitate, withdraw, or punish me for not being clear enough.
I don't think wanting your partner to be more intentional with their words is a bad thing.
You know I don't mean everything I
And you
say.
don't say everything that you mean, so how else am I supposed to communicate with you?
By listening to
I
me.
do listen to you, but it's like you don't want me to hear you.
You don't mean looking at the intentions behind the things you say or do because you think you're incapable of doing anything wrong.
You're always looking for a fault. Anytime I do anything remotely ambiguous, your mind goes to the worst case reason, and honestly, it's tiring. Having to walk on eggshells anytime we have any kind of disagreement. Even when buying this lamp, we had an issue.
You wanted a black lampshade as a bedside light. Who the hell wants a black lampshade as a bedside light?
Who cares? Sometimes people just want to do things because they like them. Sometimes people do things with no reason, just because they can. You have this look on the world, this thing that you just brand a self-righteous way of living because you're afraid to open up. I have been trying to get you to open up since we started this thing.
Open up. All right, ask me something. Anything, I'll tell you. Ask me anything.
I'm not about to hold you hostage just so I can learn something about you.
Who's Ambrosia?
What did you say?
Answer the question.
How do you know that name? How do you know that name? How? Where did I... Ambrosia's dead! Dead! My closest and oldest friend was sick and she never told me. Is that what you want to hear? Do you feel close to me now?
I didn't know.
See, back then I was so focused on getting everything together that the only thing that makes sense is that she didn't tell me because she felt like it would take away from that. We spoke every single day and she never told me that she was sick. I was so selfish. And you know, I got a call from her estranged cousin who we hadn't seen or spoken to in years, and he knew. He knew. Everyone but me knew that my best friend was sick for months. So the following week, I get to the funeral, I walk straight through the doors, I walk straight to the casket, and I look at her face and she looks exactly the same. As kind as she always did. She didn't look ravaged by any disease or illness, and I never saw it. If anyone should have, it should have been me. And the worst part about it all is that I didn't even get to say goodbye. I didn't even get to say goodbye.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
So you need to take your suitcases and your boxes and you need to go, because at least this time I can wish you well.
I don't want to leave anymore.
You have to go. You have to go.
Look, I just wanted you to open up.
And now I'm laid bare, and I don't want you to stay so you can stay.
So why do you think you made her leave?
You need to go.
She wanted to leave anyway. Her bag's already packed.
True. But in the beginning, you were trying to convince her to stay, correct?
I suppose.
So what changed?
I don't know. She kept pushing me, I guess.
In what direction?
I don't understand.
What do you think she was trying to do?
Fix things?
No. Her bags were packed, and she was arguing with you about this. So why do you think that is?
You're asking a lot of questions.
So answer them. Why do you think that is?
Maybe she didn't want to actually leave.
So why were her boxes packed and ready to go?
Because maybe she felt like that was the only way I would actually listen to her.
So an ultimatum.
Yeah.
So why do you think she felt she needed to do that?
Because I wouldn't let her in.
But you let her out. It was easier to let her out.
Easy? It wasn't easy. What the hell are you talking about?
Get out!
Meron, stay with me.
No.
It's easier to pivot from being vulnerable to being defensive. Meron, stay with me.
I'm closing! Get!
He hasn't figured it out yet. But he will. I guess the real question is, have you? And if you haven't yet,